Well, here we are. So this is the new Cube Attain C62 Race road bike, and in this episode I will give you the buyer's guide for this bike, and I will also tell you some likes and dislikes when it comes to this Cube bike. So hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. So this Cube Attain bike has a remarkable price of 1,700 hard-earned British pounds or 1,700 euros. It is a very interesting price point. To be honest, it's a bit of an astonishing price point, so that's the main reason why I want to talk about this Cube Attain bike. So when it comes to this platform, Cube Attain, let's first answer the question, who is this bike for? So the whole Cube Attain platform is all about endurance road bike. So to make you more comfortable when riding a bike, definitely designed for the long days in the saddle, and also that's why the geometry of this bike is a bit more relaxed. It's not so all in, attacking pro racing. And again, for the majority of bike riders, these types of geometries, a bit of higher stack and a shorter reach, is probably the best geometry you can get. So Cube Attain C62 Race, definitely in the category more relaxed endurance road bikes. When it comes to the paint schemes on this bike, I would call it the primary paint scheme is this totally blacked out model. Looks very stealthy to me. And then you also have a bit of paint if you really like it. It's a bit of this pink paint scheme. I think it's a very interesting paint scheme, and somebody who really wants to a bit stand out with their bike should definitely go with this kind of pink purple paint scheme. Looks very nice in my opinion, and I am glad that Cube is offering two paint schemes on this bike. Again, when we consider the retail price of 1,700 euros or 1,700 British pounds. So now let's talk about what do you really get for your hard-earned money. And let's kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So this frame is a carbon fiber C62 carbon fiber frame and the matching fork from Cube. Of course, this is not, top of the line creme de la creme what Cube can do, but in this price range, perfectly fine. So this carbon fiber frame and the fork, they come with 12mm through axles, both front and the back. They also press fit bottom bracket, Shimano press fit bottom bracket, and as you can see, internally routed cables. Although this solution is very nice in the sense that the cables are routed below the handlebar, kind of then below the stem, and then into the frame of the bike. So let me just see if I can show you this kind of 360 image so you can better see. So what I was saying is that if you look at the cable routing, the way it goes below the handlebar, below the stem into the carbon fiber frame, I think this is a very nice, neat trick from Cube, and definitely if you need to do any servicing, your local mechanic will be, happy. Speaking about this handlebar and the stem, this is a classical aluminum handlebar, aluminum stem, nothing proprietary here, which is excellent. So if you need any replacement of the handlebar or the stem, very easy to find, and also very easy to adjust your position on this bike. So this is definitely something that I like to see, and maybe in the future, if you are really interested, you can upgrade this handlebar, move from aluminum to carbon fiber, a bit better in the absorption of road bumps, but as it is now, personally, I wouldn't bother. When it comes to the saddle and the seat post, so this saddle is the in-house brand of Cube. I can't comment on the quality of this saddle. Maybe you will like it, maybe you won't. Definitely easy to replace this saddle. And also if you look at this seat post on the bike, as it is now, I believe this is aluminum seat post, but This is something to double check with the Cube dealers. It would be nice if it is a carbon fiber seat post. I am not so sure, so probably for the future, if you want a bit more comfort on the bike, buy yourself some nice carbon fiber seat post. For example, you could have a look at the Canyon VCLS carbon fiber seat post. Get that one because it's really superb in absorbing the road bumps. So as it is, nothing special here. As I say, just pay attention a bit. Is this a carbon fiber seat post, or you will need to upgrade it in the future? Now let's talk about the group set on the bike. So what are you really getting for your hard-earned money here? So when it comes to the group set, so shifters, front mech and the rear mech, everything is Shimano 105 mechanical. And this is the 12-speed Shimano 105 mechanical. Absolutely perfectly fine group set. I have no complaints here. This Shimano 105 mechanical is going to work perfectly fine. You can think about it as a proper workhorse group set from Shimano. Also, no cutting corners here when it comes to the crankset. Shimano 105 crankset, double chain rings, 50-34, and it is paired with the Shimano's 11-34 cassette. This is absolutely excellent. This is what I like to see. So you have a huge gear ratio, so 11-34 cassette. You can definitely climb any steep mountains with this bike and spend long days in the saddle. Also, they didn't cut the corners with the chain. They have included the Shimano 12-speed chain. I definitely advise you in the future, if you are replacing this chain, stick to the 12-speed chains from Shimano. Any 12-speed chain, so it can be mountain bike chains, road chains, as long as the Shimano 12-speed compatible. So all in, when it comes to the Shimano 105 mechanical group set, this one 12-speed, absolutely no complaints from me. Perfect group set for this type of the bike. Speaking about the braking system, so front and rear brakes, Shimano 105 hydraulic disc brakes. Also, as you can see here briefly, the braking rotors they are using are very simple Shimano's RT54, I believe, braking rotors in this instance. 160 millimeters both front and the back, which is absolutely excellent. This is a big plus in my book. And as it is, Shimano 105 hydraulic disc brakes is going to work perfectly fine. The only tip I can give you here in the future, once when you destroy these braking rotors, you can always upgrade, for example, to the Shimano Ultegra braking rotors. You will get just a bit more braking performance and a bit more heat dissipation. Now let's move on to the wheel set on this bike. So what are you getting here? So the tires on this bike are the Continental Grand Prix Sport tires, 30 millimeters front and the back, which is, absolutely fine out of the box. Luckily, this frame and the fork can accept 34 millimeter tires. So if you are upgrading in the future, definitely I would move to 32 millimeter tires, just because, more air volume inside, much smoother bike ride. And this is ultimately what you want on this bike. And also when it comes to this wheel set, this is the Cube's own in-house production wheel set, aluminum wheel set from Cube. I believe this is a 30 millimeter rim depth. I couldn't find a lot of technical specifications about this wheel set, so I'm again assuming some kind of sealed cartridge bearings on this wheel set. Nothing special in my book. Probably this whole wheel set is going to be something like 2,000 grams in total. So in the future, again, once when these hubs are destroyed on this wheel set, if you don't want to bother with this, you can always, upgrade to a bit better wheel set. Of course, some good wheel sets might easily cost you, 1,000 euros or 1,000 British pounds. So you might only want to upgrade the hubs on this wheel set, and then you might buy, yourself like a DT Swiss 350 hubs or even DT Swiss 240 hubs just to upgrade the hubs on this wheel set. So all in, when you look at the total weight of this bike, so the full system weight, this is going to be 9.3 kilograms in some kind of size medium, or let's say size, 56. So definitely, nothing special in that department. But again, you gotta take into account that the wheel set on this bike is very, very heavy. And also, if you really want to drop the weight, you can buy yourself a carbon fiber seat post, carbon fibers handlebars, and definitely drop the weight. One thing that I'm also not sure, I don't believe that this bike out of the box will come with the tubeless setup on the tires. So this is something that if you really want, just double check with the Cube dealer. Can they set it up for you? Are these wheels even compatible with the tubeless tires? Just some small details I couldn't see in the technical specifications. Does it come, tubeless ready, set up out of the box? So let's talk about some, likes and dislikes. Majority of the likes, come from the retail price. So 1,700 British pounds or 1,700 euros in my book. It is absolutely astonishing price for this bike, and I am really glad that, Cube can offer this price for the bike. Absolutely, still good value for money. And they didn't skimp on the carbon fiber frame and the fork. They didn't skimp on the group set. Everything is perfectly fine. And also, I have to say that when it comes to the braking system, 160mm braking rotors front and the back, another big like in my opinion. And some of the small dislikes is that I don't know about this saddle. Is it going to be good for you or not? Maybe you will need to change and upgrade. I'm not so sure about this aluminum seat post. I believe it is aluminum. If it is, you will probably end up upgrading this to the carbon fiber if you want even smoother bike ride. But this would be it, the only, complaints from my side, again, considering the retail price of this bike. So if you are in this market below 2,000 euros, 2,000 British pounds, you have to check this Cube Attain C62 Race bike, because I believe they've really done an excellent job with this bike offering. So this is going to be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, keep on watching, keep on liking. And as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers!